don't get the look because we have a relationship. If we have 2 records and this record's good, but I got a relationship with you, this record gonna go in. So it only matters, the relationship only matters if it's of equal quality. Because at the end of the day, if I'm over here taking care of you because we got a relationship, what happens when I don't have a job? Then that relationship ain't even gonna matter. Because you're gonna be having a relationship with the next guy.
If it's not a real relationship.
Right, if it's not real. And in this game, we all know there ain't many.
Amen.
That's real. I ain't trying to be negative in that. I'm just keeping it 100.
All right, that's where good management comes in as well. Having some good management. Homeboy management is not always the answer. You know what I mean? Your homeboy, he might be your good manager. He might be your buddy. Y'all might have grew up together, but that doesn't mean that he's the person that can get you to the next level. You need to go out and seek someone who has relationships already to get you into those doors that you can't get into, or that your homeboy can't get into.
Hey, you know what I want to say to all y'all? I want to thank y'all for coming. One, because it's 4 o'clock on fucking Friday, and I know y'all supposed to be at work. So I need
you just don't know.
I just want y'all to make some noise for them. I want y'all to, we got a very, so when you get that kind of stuff like that, that means they felt that it was important enough to come here and talk to you too as well. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm glad that a lot of you came in early. I'm glad a lot of you got stuck on those flights, crazy flights with the weather. I'm glad you could make it in time to catch. This is history right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is like dead ass. Troy, you understand?
Yeah. You got on here power panel. It's extremely powerful.
It's an extremely powerful panel right here. Like, you never get this kind of stuff anyway. You know, the DJs, and now I just thought that it would be good to add back to get the relationships with the DJ and the artist and the powers that be together again, like we used to do. And I don't know, some of you probably don't know, like certain conferences like Impact. You know what I'm saying? Not Jack the Rapper, so I don't. Jack the Rapper when it started, but Impact, you know what I'm saying? Gavin, different stuff like that. I just want to try to bring that element back to the game, because kind of right now it's like we kind of starting over, but digitally now we got to get wiser and smarter on the digital. It's not hard copy no more, so it's like we really starting over in the game in hip hop. We've been going good for like 30, 33, 30, 40 years. You know what I'm saying? We're going great. So now it's relearning and rethinking with brand new people, and I just wanted to come up and say that. And this is crazy. I put it on the flyer, but then I look up here, it's like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying?
All right, well, let's get back to the panel.
I already know what you want to do. I got another listen, I already know what Troy want to do, but I just want to make sure that everybody aware that I need you to look them up, even if you don't even understand what you're looking at right now. You understand me?
Yeah,
so that was it.
This is absolutely history. All right, I got another question. Because I know everybody is not a hip hop artist, so there are R&B artists. How does an R&B artist break into mainstream radio? Unsigned, hot record, they can't go to the club and dollars fall all over the place. Like, how does an R&B artist go about? What is the best way for an R&B artist to go about attaining some of those same things?
I think it's difficult for R&B to break through. Just keeping it real, it's like there are a lot of companies, their VPs will dictate playlists. So hip hop is easier to break, and I think any label will tell you that as well. R&B is more difficult. Fortunately, I work for one of those companies where we don't dictate playlists to our radio station. So at V, I have a lot more leeway, and my audience is broader than a lot of other radio stations. You know, like there's Hots in town, Steve Hedgewood's got a station in town. Their audience is different, where these are broader stations. So R&B, I can go a little bit more adult and those type of things. If it's a younger R&B artist, I can take the chance probably quicker than a lot of other stations in the country. But that's just because of a company philosophy. But R&B, it's a work project. If you look at Fat Joe, Another Round, that record was out like last, October, November, whatever the case may be. And, you know, Fat Joe at that time wasn't signed to a label, but it took a while to nurture and grow and grow and grow. And by the time it hit, top 5, whatever the case may be, it's like 6, 7 months later. You know, so an R&B record, unless you're Alicia Keys, those type of people, you have that money behind you, it's going to be a work project. You know, so you got to get out there, you got to perform in clubs, perform in talent showcases, try and get noticed, try and catch the ear of a program director who may be able to take that shot. And there are a lot of records that we may start off in a slow jam show at night, and then kind of gauge and see how it goes, and maybe move it up or whatever the case may be. So.
All right. Go ahead. Somebody else?
Yeah, I was just gonna say for some of the other R&B artists like you were mentioning, like they may not necessarily go to the strip club, they may not necessarily go to a regular club. There are other alternatives where you can promote your music. I think that depending on where you're at and where you live, you need to master your market. Number one. I mean, there's the NAACP, they have all kind of different community events. You have the Urban League, they have all kind of community events. A lot of people still look over colleges, and I mean, you can get with some of the fraternities and sororities that always are doing stuff on campus all the time and network with them and do different things. So I just, sometimes you just need to strategically sit down with your team if you have a team. If not, you need to build a team and figure out, first of all, who are you targeting your music to? Because some people, when I ask somebody that, like, well, who's your audience? Like, what's your demographic? Some of them look at me with the stupid face and they have no idea what I'm talking about. So, figure out exactly who is your target market, who is your demographic, and then you need to figure out next, where are they, where I can target or market myself to that audience. And like I said, it's just, there's a lot of different opportunities, A lot of people kind of overlook community events. In community events, you're knocking out a lot of different demographics at one shot, so don't overlook some of the community things that you can do to promote your music. So I just wanted to add that.